Thanks for staying with us. The Nelson Mandela Foundation is this evening hosting fellows as part of an initiative by the Incarceration Nation Network. Now, this two-week fellowship is an opportunity for former inmates around the world to interact with South African organizations and individuals, which hinders integration for many. Our reporter Katleho Sekhotho has more on the story. Katleho, very good evening to you. Great initiative. Tell us more.
A very good evening, Po. Indeed, we are here at the Nelson Mandela Foundation in Houghton, where this initiative by the Incarceration Nations Network is really, wrapping up a two-week fellowship program that allowed, previously incarcerated people from across the globe to come to South Africa, experience the country, go to various areas, and to really, I guess, part of their activism, which is around the challenges that people who were previously incarcerated face throughout the globe. And obviously the partnership of the organization with the Nelson Mandela Foundation, that link is important because we know the history of former President Nelson Mandela being incarcerated for 27 years. And really it's about the fellowship or the project really reflecting on the struggles he faced, but also linking it to the struggles they face today. But I mean, to bring in I have someone here with me, a guest, Dr. Baz, who can really give us more information on this initiative. Dr. Baz, you are the founder of this project, this fellowship project. Give us more details about it.
Thank you so much for having me. So INN is an organization that is about building safer communities and promoting peace. And we have multiple projects, but this particular one, the Global Freedom Fellowship, is about elevating the leadership of those we feel can lead us toward safer communities and toward peace. And that is the people who have lived experience of incarceration. And so the fellowship brings them together here in South Africa. It must be in South Africa. It is deeply, the concept of the fellowship is nurtured by the legacy of South Africa's struggle, of the legacy of organizing behind bars that this country can boast of. And we bring these leaders to South Africa for 2 weeks to build together transnationally, to learn from each other, to engage in collective healing, and to collaborate going forward to bring us to a safer world.
Mm-hmm. Now, Doc, I mean, where did the leaders go during their 2-week period here, and why did they go to those places?
So we went to some of the very legendary sites of struggle here. Of course, we went to Robben Island. We went to Soweto. We spent the day here at the Nelson Mandela Foundation in the archives, learning, experiencing, and really getting motivated by the legacy of this country, the legacy of Madiba. We also, though, went to prisons to engage with incarcerated students there. We visited the workplaces of our local fellows, our fellows from South Africa. So in Cape Town, for instance, the Gang Star Cafe, which works to reintegrate people after they've been in prison. So, and then we spent time in sessions together all over Cape Town and Joburg, collaborating and building.
Yeah. Dr. Baz, now tell me about the project itself in terms of how it aims to address the challenges. I mean, South Africa, the different countries face different challenges when it comes to incarceration. So how do you deal with that? Is it just about them coming together and discussing those things and then taking them back home? Is that the aim?
So I think that's a big part of it. I think, too, the premise of INN is actually that the problems and the solutions don't look that different from country to country. And our fellows will talk with you for hours about how when they came here, some of them never having been outside of the country ever in their lives, never having been on a plane, and they came here and they felt immediately connected to the other fellows. They felt that their struggles were the same as their struggles, as their own struggles. And so they recognized that immediately. And now, armed with the inspiration, armed with the knowledge of learning from other fellows, they can go back home, they can collaborate, perhaps bring programs that they've learned about via their fellows, bring the fellows to their home countries, and really start this network of leaders who have the wisdom that came from being behind bars.
Thank you very much for your time, Dr. Baz. Thank you. All right, so you heard it there, Mpho, from Dr. Baz Dreisinger, the founder and executive director of the Incarceration Nations Network, really outlining why the fellows, 13 of them, have come to South Africa and are working together in addressing, talking, discussing the challenges they face that so many people who were previously incarcerated face in their various homes, and I guess collaborating together and saying what are the solutions to some of those problems.
Yeah, absolutely. An educational collaboration. Katleho Sekhotho, let's leave it there for now.